Good evening, animal enthusiasts. This is a live video from Sebec Lake. We're here tonight to interview one of Maine's wilder and more experienced hunters. We've been at this camp for over 5 days, and we're going to give you people an opportunity to zero in at this camp. Now,
could we move the camera up? Yeah, I think we could go to Jeff now. The introduction's over.
Okay, let's slide up here and take a good look at the MC.
I'm Jeff Merrill.
One look will be all you'd probably want. I want you people home in
I'm Jeff Merrill.
television land to sit back, kick your feet up, relax, drink a beer, whatever's appropriate, and I want you to relax and enjoy a good, solid, homemade video that's going to show you and give you opportunities to see what it's really all about here in the Maine wild. Today is a typical day, November 3rd, 1989. The weather is 42 degrees, extremely warm weather, the boys have said all week, and we have had some unusual experiences at this camp. This is not our first year. Obviously, you can tell by our appearances that we are well experienced hunters, and we've done a lot here in the Maine wild. Part of this video is going to give you an opportunity to listen to in-depth conversations from some of Maine's wilder hunters. We have a fella here that's come all the way up from Dambuscotta. We have another man that lives right in the center of the state, in the Waterville area, that's had a lot of expertise in hunting wild game. He's had a hard time all week. We probably, before this video is all over, we will have an opportunity to get some feedback from some of the natives. The Boone boys, obviously they're part of that famous Daniel Boone clan. They'll be coming in, and it'll be interesting to see their reaction to some of the deer that have been shot out of the camp this week. We will also give you an opportunity to see some real live action shots. We're going to let you look at a couple of trophy deer. And we're going to give you a little explanation as to how and where they came to the ground and what happened to them. Without any further ado, I'd like to introduce our first speaker tonight. I want to thank, first of all, I'd like to thank my cameraman, James Howard. He is one of the leading bakers in this county, in fact, maybe of the state, and perhaps even New England. And he's a cameraman, and I think he's doing a fantastic job. We're having a little trouble getting the mic tonight, but fortunately we found one close to the kitchen. And we have Sean Merrill on board here that, well, matter of fact, there he is now. Yeah, he's pretty proud. He's just been watching some wildlife films himself, and he's found it pretty exciting. Over to my extreme left, Mr. Cameraman, this is Jeff Bradbury. He's been coming down, yeah, he's saying a few words to the folks. He's a proud man, as you can tell. He smokes a stogie once in a while, and really, it's hard to believe the amount of expertise and encouragement that he's brought to this group. Every once in a while, you hear a crude comment come out of him, but it's not anything that he's really saying.
No.
Now, I want you people to sit back and relax a little bit now, and let me just ask Mr. Bradbury a couple of questions here that about his experience this week. Mr. Bradbury, you've been at camp approximately 3 days, and can you briefly summarize what do you think of it?
Well, I'd like to start by saying, Jeff, I've been here 3 days, but it's felt like 3 years. I know my body is reacting much in the same way. If I get the opportunity tonight, I'd like to take,
Thank you very much.
No, I'd like to take just a few minutes to insult everybody who will have an opportunity to see this film. Now, that includes Jim the Baker.
Jim the Baker, yeah. Jim the Baker will be here, yeah.
Jim the Baker, Sean the technician.
Sean the technician.
And Jeff the narrator.
Jeff the narrator.
Not to be confused with Jeff the interviewee.
No, that's right.
No.
No.
I got more.
Okay. Jeff wants to say a couple more words. He usually is a man of very few words, and so, but we really appreciate this interview because, Jeff, the camera's over there.
Okay. Listen, Mr. Merrill.
Yeah.
This is kind of a treat for me because normally, this is my second or third time back to.
Why don't you hold the mic?
This is my second or third time back to the Yeah, and normally I don't get anybody back after the first time. Jim, how's things going there? Jim. Jim. Now, well, I just wanted to mention. Jim, can we steady things up here? I just wanted to tell you about an emergency broadcast we just received in.
What's this right here?
I told you to phase that chin out, Jim.
Okay. All right. Oh, wait.
I've got an emergency broadcast here
Okay.
from the National Federation of Wildlife.
Yeah.
That better get the shit off.
There, that's good. That's
Yeah.
good. I'll just keep the. Just.
That's all right. This is live and natural.
This is live and natural, and sometimes, folks, with live television, you never know what you're going to
No,
get.
you don't.
And live television is a lot like live hunting, and you sometimes never know what you're going to get. And that brings me to this topic right now. It's been rumored by the National Federation of Hunters that somebody in the Sebec Lake area has shot illegally, wrongfully, one of the last remaining white-tail rabbits in this state.
Well, you know, Jeff, I find that, Jim, Jim, Mr. Bradbury, I sometimes I find that kind of hard to believe. Jim. Wait just a second. Where is it? I just want, folks, sometimes it's very difficult to believe because, there you folks, what I want to repeat this minute. I find some of these things hard to believe because
You got workman's comp in here?
the wildlife in this area, we take this very serious, as you can tell, and you know, this is our 4th year at this hunting camp. This is one of the major lodges in this area. We do some guiding, and matter of fact, we've got some flatlanders next door, and we've been showing them a few tricks, and they've been pleased to be our neighbors this week, I'm sure. As a matter of fact, they packed a lot of their belongings Tuesday, and Bets had it that they'd be out of here by Wednesday, and but we've told them there's going to be absolutely no refund.
They've toughed it out.
They really have toughed it down. One of the exciting things for those people was they witnessed the tossing of the deer in the water. We had an experience where we had to drop a deer into the water to cool it off. They had never seen that before. But we do those kinds of things because they again, these are just exactly the types of things that we want to bring to you people sitting in your living rooms this evening. We don't have any sponsors. We tried, but there's a lot of things that this film is going to show you about hunting and raising and caring for and preserving
Children.
conservation and wildlife and children.
You're raising
that's right.
children in the wild.
That's right, Jeff.
That's true.
Jeff reminds me of Miss Tammy on some of the other shows you may have seen of Jim Baker.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I was wondering.
Wait just a second. Do you want the mic, Jeff?
No, I don't really care about the mic. You know, as long as you can hear me. Can you hear me? All right. Can you hear me?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can.
Okay. There'll be some things we won't be able to show.
Yeah.
And they relate to the coyote attack that took place in Dexter tonight.
Hey, that reminds me. We will have, before this film is over, we're going to have some live interviews from some of the boys over in the Dexter area.
I understand the
Am I right or wrong?
I think you're right.
Yeah. Young George McCourt, he's one of the guys over that way. He's done he's done a lot of that type of stuff. And Jesus, I'm telling you, you're going to be tickled if you can get a few things out of George. He's usually pretty quiet.
And another issue we're going to bring to you on this show.
Yeah.
Jeff, before the season's over, we hope to bring you the issue of hunting is a lot more than just blood, guts, killing, gut piles. Hunting is an issue of sportsmanship and pride.
Well, this is what I was going to ask you, Jeff. This raises an interesting thing. As you can see, the rabbit, the shells all around the rabbit. Can you give us a brief synopsis of what does hunting really mean to you?
Hunting to me.
Okay, that's what I thought, Jeff. And I really appreciate your comments on that one because, really, coming from you, it will mean a lot to those people out there. I'd like to get Jim Howard down here, and if he could, can he kind of set that camera and maybe stabilize it a little bit, Jim? Just set it up. Jeff and I'll do a little discussing. Bring it back a little. I want you to bring your chair over. I want you to feel comfortable, Jeff. Jim, I want to make your lens wide enough so that so you're going to be able to pull your chair up here. Sean, I'd like to have you over here as one of our guests. Okay, how about if we did this? Will that give enough room for Jim and
Tammy?
Jim, is that gonna do it? We'll keep the conversations going here for a few minutes.
This is live
Sean,
television now.
This is live, and this is very, very serious. Jim Arthur Irwin Howard III. Jim, as you probably know, is he's the donut man. He has to be the one that has to get up in the morning and
Get bread.
He does. He gets bread every single day. His wife doesn't mind, and look at him. He hasn't aged a bit. He's 27
I ain't never
years
been in
old.
front of a camera before.
You haven't been in front of a camera before, Jim?
No, I always stood on the other side.
Jim, listen now. Very seriously, Jim. We've asked Jeff Bradbury from Damascotta what he thinks of hunting and what hunting means to him. Could you tell us briefly, Jim, what does hunting mean to you?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, Jim, for your comments. And how about the young fellow on the end? Sean Gilman Merrill? Where you from now?
She working?
Yeah, she's working, Jim.
I'm from Dover, Foxcroft.
And Sean, briefly, how many years you been hunting?
I've been hunting for 10 years.
Really?
you found it yet?
You never found anything that you're interested in? Or?
No, I haven't. They're big enough for me.
They're not big enough for you? Even that film that you saw the other night?
Well, they were big
Yeah,
enough.
okay, that's right, son.
Well,
And so anyway, Jeff's got a few notes here, and I'm going to briefly try to read it to you.
I've already.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, listen, folks, one of the exciting things, this is what I like about this, boys. Set up closer to the table. One of the exciting things on this is going to be that we're going to play poker later. Jeff's got a poker face, as you could probably tell. He is. He's a real poker artist. But it's exciting. It's exciting out here tonight, boys, because the weather's cool.
Ain't this deer as big as the one you've got?
Yeah. Well, one thing that's exciting about it, and we're going to show that, Jim. Just hang on to it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the rabbit.
But I had the high for
Yeah.
breakfast.
One thing that's exciting is it's 42 degrees. We're talking rain and snow here, and we're talking kind of a major party tomorrow night.
But it's 42 inside.
This is going to give some of the flatlands an opportunity to come into this camp and in this lodge and find out some of the hunting tips that some of us got.
Mr. Merrill.
We gives us an opportunity to share different experiences that we've had.
Mr.
And-
Merrill, it's 42 degrees inside.
Yeah, that's right, Jim, and we're going to go outside in a minute and warm up.
Yeah.
Sean, is there anything that you'd like to say to some of your friends back home?
Yes, if you ever go hunting, go hunting. It's fun.
Say?
All right.
No,
If you're ever going to
see,
go on, go on.
Isn't that a nice tip?
That's the kind of thing that we
I
like.
wish you boys would give him the clap.
We bring
I'm going to use an Uzi next year.
He's going to use a Uzi.
Uzi.
Oh, Uzi. Yeah, well, that's
That's
good.
what happens. That's what comes out of your
Right.
private parts after you've been to hunting camp.
Oh, I thought that's what he was doing right. I thought that's what he was doing after lunch this afternoon. Is laid on the couch taking a Uzi. Uzi. Okay.
Good
Well-
sportsman to use good guns, you know. You can use an Uzi and Uzi.
You know, no, all kidding aside, folks. You take a rabbit like this, you know, and you flip it upside down, and you wouldn't believe
What
the
have you
amount
got?
of money you can get out of a rabbit, you know.
If you flip,
Yeah, and
What else?
never mind. Okay, and then there's shells here, and of course it's just a small portion of the types
Ooh,
of
look
things,
at these.
of the things that you have to have when you hunt. Look, knives. We carry knives. We have glasses. Pass over a pair of those field glasses just to show them the types of apparatus and equipment that we use when we're hunting.
Here's the glass.
Yeah, hold on just a second, boys. See these glasses here, Jim? Can you give them a little explanation as to
Yeah.
what you do with those?
These glasses
Beg my
are
pardon.
from LL Beans.
Now, say that again.
LL Beans.
Yeah, that's lima beans.
No, LL Beans.
Oh, the LL beans. Okay.
They're good, and they're the most expensive glasses on the market.
Yeah.
We paid, what was that? We paid for those.
All I know is that 24 more payments than they're going to be ours. Jim.
LL Bean, is that the place where you can buy a pair of $10 glasses for $44?
Yes.
You get very
These
reasonably
glasses,
priced.
to show the public what these glasses might do. If I put this glass lens up there, they would see what they can.
That's right.
Oh, let me put them on the lens.
With these glasses, you can see deer where they're not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It really is. It's fantastic, and it's an enjoyable sport. Sean, pull over here. Jim seems to have parted his ways.
I'm gonna put them in.
Cast
But
is-
I can't emphasize the fun that we have when we come to camp, folks. Jim is experimenting now. See, now look at this is
That's
this
looking
is what,
through
yes,
those glasses
That's
now.
right, through yellow lenses.
That's not to be confused with looking at the world through rose-colored glasses.
That's right. That's
See that?
exactly-
See how much better? Yeah.
We would sell you those glasses.
Do we look better?
Are we? Yeah.
I
Oh,
don't know,
yeah.
folks at home.
Okay, we're still live here. aren't we?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Sean, wave to your mother. Say hi, Mom. Okay, Jeff, want to say hi to your wife?
Hi, Margaret. I'll be home, load the wood box later.
Yeah. See, Jeff's a smart looking guy, isn't he really? If you really look at him all over, huh? You notice, he's been up here for a few days, hasn't had an opportunity to shave. One of the things you don't do, give a 0 rating on that, Jeff, because I want to use his face as an example of it. See the mustache? See the stash on the guy? See the beard that's coming in and around. Give him a profile.
That's kind of one of the rights of fall.
Wait a minute, you gotta get the profile right there. There you go. See? Yep, right there. See the Bucky look in his eyes and he's squinting. He's hard. He's very difficult. When he's out on the trail, you look at this face.
Keen.
If you were a deer and you saw this guy coming at you, wouldn't you just flop on your back and just die? Really? You think about that. As a matter of fact, when we show you some of these trophy animals that we brought down this week, selectively, very selectively, you're going to be impressed. You're going to be so impressed that you're going to say, hey, how can I get into that hunting camp?
Is it true that...
Well, let me tell you how you can get in. Let me tell... Jeff, wait a minute. Jeff wants to say something. Is it true?
Is it true that one of the deer on their game pole actually suffered a heart attack and just the thought of being shot at by one of you?
Well, all I can say is, Jeff, when the deer see us coming through the woods, there's a reason for them to be concerned. They know if it's brown, it's down, and we're tough, And we don't want to be tough. We don't want to be known as the slayers of the north. But it's not greed. It's nothing of that. We do this because it's a matter of principle. It's a matter of pride. It's a matter of American heritage.
One of this story is
because 7 years ago,
our forefathers
brought forth to this country,
on this country, a new nation.
That's right.
Conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created. Now we could go on.
We could go on,
but
we're not going to. We're gonna save you that.
That's show number 2.
We're gonna tell you folks before the end of this interview on how you right out there. That's right. Go.
We're gonna pump you up.
That's right. On how you could be one of the very fortunate winners to an all-paid expense trip, providing you're a female, to this camp next year. You don't have to necessarily wash dishes. You don't necessarily have to know how to cook. And you don't really have to haul a gun
You're missing one of the main rules. They've got to have a real good gun with them and a 4-wheel drive.
Yeah.
Send the pictures of the gun and the 4-wheel drive.
Yeah, yes, oh yeah. We want a stripped-down version, a picture of a stripped-down version of your vehicle.
And especially your lower unit.
Yeah, lower unit, yeah. We're very interested in your...
How about the upper glottis?
Yeah, how about the rear end? Anything special about the rear end?
Well, it should be adaptable to front-wheel drive or rear-wheel drive.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And it should be able to take a full load of hunters.
Yes, it should. It should be able to take the whole thing and then
some.
And then some.
Yeah.
Listen, if people can survive the introduction to this show, the ratings will be unbelievable.
Yeah, well, this is what I thought. I hope that you people... Folks, as we promised you, we're back here with live coverage. This is part 2 of our ongoing film on wildlife management and preserves. And we have a young man here from, where are you from, young fella?
From Manchester,
Speak
Connecticut.
right in the microphone.
Manchester, Connecticut.
Manchester, Connecticut. And he's going to demonstrate the use of a...
What is it?
What is it? It's something that's very common up this way.
Climbing tree stand.
It's a climbing tree stand. And he thinks there's deer up there, I guess. So he's going up after him, and this is going to be very interesting to see how they pull things down. We don't do this, do we, up here?
No, we don't have
Here he goes. Here he goes. Now watch him.
Don't forget your rope. Huh? You gotta lasso that deer?
We have tree toads, but no tree deer here. I saw 2 deer, but not tree.
Where's the motor?
This looks dangerous.
It is. This is a dangerous feat.
Don't
There's not a
try
lot
this
of,
at home.
Don't try this at home.
Don't try this at home. This film is for 18 and above, isn't it?
I've seen this trick sort of like this when only it was a barrel. The guy was like that, a hole in the barrel.
Yeah.
After a week.
Well, I was going to say, didn't we see him on film the other night? It was a similar feat.
I can get this peck out through the hole. I'll be all set.
Jim, you can probably.
No. Hey, listen, while we're waiting for him to find his feet, take a look and scan the crowd here. You notice the people lining up because...
Hey,
there he is. Let's interview this fella here. Where are you from?
Dana Austin from Ellington.
Ellington. Allington?
Ellington.
Ellington,
Connecticut.
Connecticut.
Right.
That's a nice place to be
Don't
from.
hold that against him, because ask him where he was originally from.
Where are you originally from?
Fort Kent.
Fort Kent. Well, that's in the other part of Maine, isn't it?
Yeah. It's just a little south of Quebec.
Mr. Cameraman, we've got another fella here. He's another Colby man, and by the name of?
Brian Clement.
And Brian, where are you from?
I'm from Naples, Maine.
You're a native of the state, and you've done a lot of hunting?
Oh, God, yeah.
Oh, God, yeah. And we've got a mule here.
Yeah.
Speak to your name is?
Jeff Merrill.
And where are you
Second.
from? Yeah.
Dover.
Yeah, and you like hunting?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's good. And of course, this face you probably remember was on TV last evening.
You probably recognize his keen, sharp look.
Yeah. And boy, did he stalk him today. And we've got this young fella here, our technician, by the name of?
Sean Merrill.
Yeah, you remember Sean? Sean had some kind words to tell everybody. What was it, Sean? Did you like to hunt?
Go on.
Hunting.
Go hunting. And that was a very smart piece of conversation. And by the way, we have a guy.
Spear from Winslow?
Yeah. Are you still on?
No.
No, you're not on. We know you're not on, Chris, but how about the tape?
Tell
Is
us
the
when
tape
you're
still
ready.
on? The tape is on. Okay. We ready there, Ace?
You must be going in for the evening hunt here.
Yeah, yeah,
Well, he's hunting coy dog, I think.
yeah.
Looking for some booze.
Yeah. I think you're right. I think up there in that left branch I see a tail.
Actually, the truth is, boys got
Okay.
lobsters for the
There we
night
go.
on top of that tree.
Oh.
Are you ready?
All right, watch this. Look at this.
Look, Jim.
Notice at no time did his hands leave his arms. Hey, that is something.
The only problem is,
Oh, wouldn't I love Gordon to try that? He's so spastic on something like that.
you're gonna be in the Highwood Ridge to use
What?
that.
Watch him. Watch what he's doing. You following him, right?
Come on, stay with him, Jim. Stay with him now. A little faster than that.
All right. Thank God.
It's a little late for hunting now. It's past.
Yeah, but this is the best time. You got that spotlight?
Is this an LL Bean special?
No, this is, what the hell is this? Warren and Swit.
These are, I think you'll remember these were invented just before ladders.
Yeah.
The ladders replaced them.
Jim Baker could borrow one of those, couldn't he? His place where we stay in now. He might be able to get onto the wall.
You better come down and get your gun.
able to get up, no problem.
Yeah, you forgot your bullets. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's give him a round of
All
applause.
right, give him a big round. Hey, all right. All right.
Just don't mistake me for Bear.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much for this live interview. We certainly appreciate it.
Let's get the
All
game
right.
pole. We don't have the game pole.
Cut it now, Jim. We're going to go to the game poll. Part 3. Here we are. This is part 3 of this sports film that we're presenting to you folks this evening. As you can see by my breath, but I do smoke, but it is cold out here tonight. We have, again, the same kind of a crowd that we've had going at this camp every night this week. And we have Jeff Bradbury here, and he's going to explain to you about a couple of these trophy deer.
Well, Jeff, welcome again, and I'm pleased to be here at part 3 of this film. I'd like to point out right here that this is an adult male buck. Adult. This is a white-tailed moose shot by myself. Yeah. This deer was shot by Jeff Merrill. He's pretty proud of it. Shot right in the neck. Right here.
And this deer here was shot right in the living room. I mean, right in the chest. And young Brian, come up here. Brian, what do you think of these animals? Really, give us your honest opinion. Talk to the people at home there, Brian.
Well,
It's hard to,
good-looking critters. They don't eat much. About all I know.
have you really, seriously, have you seen a better looking pair of animals in your
Well,
life?
the first thing that hits me is just the size of them. I've never seen such big animals. Not from my neck of woods.
Next to
Well,
Clydesdale.
this is what they call, Brian, this is what they call a 2-point buck. You know, there's not a lot of them around.
I see.
And Chris, what's your reaction when you drive into a when you drive into a yard like this and you come into the hunting camp and the guys are around and you drive in and you see the game pole and you see these kind of animals? What's the first reaction?
Just totally awesome. You know, it's just awesome to see such a display. You know, it's just awesome.
Most people
That's
see these-
great, Chris, because we like those kinds of comments, don't we, Jeff?
Well, most people see these kind of animals when they drive into a yard. The first thing they think of is deliverance. The animal's over here.
Yeah, that's right. And young Merrill, come over here, young man. Because, again, he's been with us most of the week, and he's been right out there really going at it pretty hardy. And, you know, you got to have a few dogs on your team. Right, Sean?
That's right.
And what's the best part about hunting that you like?
Hunting.
Hunting,
Yeah, just hunting in general, you know, I mean, hunting. In a couple more years, we're going to let Sean have a gun, and he's really going to be a lot of help to this crew.
Yeah, it'll be better than those pots of pans I bang around.
Yeah, thank you very much. The young guy coming. The young JD.
Yes.
This boy's been away at school for 4 years, and he hasn't had a chance to chase the big whitetail, and I'm sure it's an awesome experience to have to come home every weekend in the fall and see one like this hanging up in his dad's yard. Son, what do you think? And is there anything that you want to think about your father when you see something like this? Be candid. Be candid.
I'm proud. Damn proud.